Hi, this is Elizabeth, Master Life Coach with Your Highest Light, here every Tuesday at 3:33 to talk to you about your favorite topic and mine, attracting and creating your most beautiful life. I've missed you guys the past 2 Tuesdays. I was on a trip and I'm back and so excited, refreshed, renewed, and excited to talk to you guys today about manifesting. Hi, Haley. So good to see you. So today we're going to be talking about manifesting and the law of attraction. And if you ever, so people who watch my channel probably understand, by the way, this is a live video on Facebook and YouTube. It's going to be on IGTV later and on YouTube later. So if you're watching this later on, go ahead and like it. If you're liking it, if you watch it on YouTube, click the bell and you'll be notified when I put up a new video. And the same on Facebook and Instagram. Go ahead and do hashtag replay if you're watching it on the replay. And if you have any questions or anything while I'm talking today, if you have any questions about manifesting, please go ahead and put your questions in the comments, and I will always answer them. If I don't answer them while I'm talking, I will answer them later. So go ahead and feel free to ask me any questions you have on this topic. So those who watch my videos probably know about manifesting and the law of attraction. A lot of times when people learn, the law of attraction basically says that what you put out there in the universe, your feelings, your emotions, that's what comes back to you. And a lot of times this can scare people, especially when people are going through hard times in their lives. We get this misperception that this means that we have to be thinking happy thoughts all the time and have good feelings all the time, and that is not the case. I fall into that trap too, and this past trip has totally busted that myth out of the park for me, so I'm going to do that for you guys today, hopefully. We're going to talk about 3 steps to handle those negative emotions and to know that it's not messing up with your manifestations. Okay, so I looked up the definition of manifestation. And this is from vocabulary.com, and I just think the definition's kind of interesting. It says, a manifestation is the public display of emotion or feeling or something theoretical made real. This is their definition. Manifestations' origins are in religion and spirituality because if something spiritual becomes real, it is said to be a manifestation. The word's usage has spread to include all aspects of life. The submarine is a manifestation of Da Vinci's sketches. The crowd's cheering hysteria was the manifestation of years of allegiance to the now victorious soccer league. So think of manifestation as something spiritual becoming real. So think of it as your thoughts, your emotions, your visualizations coming to life. That is a manifestation. Okay, so, and like I said, one of the concepts of manifesting and the law of attraction is that the energy that you put out is what you get back. And there's a lot of misperceptions out there thinking that we need to be thinking happy thoughts, like I said, and be perfect all the time. And the funny thing about this is when we think that way, it totally defeats the purpose. Okay, hi Carlos, good to see you guys. Hi Eric, so good to see all of you guys. It's a little warm out here. I didn't think I'd have to put my sunglasses on, but all of a sudden the sun came out. So my husband and I had an amazing trip. We ended up going to see 3 Paul McCartney shows. And whenever I travel, and especially I say that our trips to Paul McCartney are kind of like my self-help retreat. I love self-help retreats as well. But the thing about going to these concerts is I feel like I'm able to practice kind of what I preach, and I'm able to help manage my own anxiety, my own anxious feelings, and practice manifesting. Every time I travel, and I don't know if you guys experience this too, when I travel to new places, my mind is like opened up. And suddenly there's new possibilities that I never thought existed. All of a sudden I feel like I'm open to them. So that's something that I just love about traveling and going to different places. No matter what it is, it just seems to expand my mind whenever I travel. And so I come back so renewed and so refreshed and just excited to share with you guys what I learned. Okay, so this trip actually, so every time we go on a trip like this or go to see Paul, we make it a truly magical experience no matter what happens. Our goal is always to have the most fun we possibly can and just to be open and know that anything is possible. And this trip started out a little different though, because I was in a negative place and I started thinking, oh God, nothing good's gonna happen because I've been in this negative place, and you just start thinking, oh, my manifestations, nothing's gonna come real. And I know that that's not true, so I was able to coach myself through it, and I'm going to coach you guys through it today. Okay, so I just have my notes. I just want to see. So us people who are interested in spiritual truths and the law of attraction, we tend to get a little, what I would call OCD about this, okay? So some of the things that we might think are like my manifestations will never happen because I put too much icky stuff out there. I'm not good at this. I can't do it. And then we give up. Of course we give up because we're human and nobody is perfect and nobody can think happy thoughts all the time and put good energy out there all the time. That's not the point. The point is not to never have negative emotions, but it's to build on your positive ones. So when you're able to feel positive, that's when you send that good energy out there, and whatever it is that you want, you send it out there into the universe. Okay, so it's not about not having, that's our first lesson, it's not about not having negative emotions. So working with the law of attraction, working with the energy that's around you, the field of unlimited potential that is around you, working with that is not about never feeling negative emotions. It is about building on your positive ones. That's why we do gratitude. I just listened to this something today that said practicing gratitude actually ignites the same chemicals in our body as taking Zoloft or Wellbutrin. Okay, so that's why we practice gratitude. When we can feel grateful for something, we're actually changing our brain to focus on what is right instead of focusing on what is wrong. So when we're able to do that, we really want to build and build and build on it. It doesn't mean never have negative emotions. Okay. So like I said, it was this past trip was a little different because I started out in a negative place, but I was able to coach myself through it. And guess what? As soon as we got in the car, I started seeing 111, 1111, 777 all over the place. And I was like, okay, universe, I guess my negative emotions didn't stop this from happening. So, okay. Hi, Joy for Jan. Good to see you. Hi, Chance. Good to see you too. Okay. So 3 steps to knowing that your negative emotions, your negative energy is not going to block your manifestation. And I'm going to try to simplify them. The first one is accept. Accept the negative feelings, accept the negative emotions. I'm going to go into them deeper. The second one is clear it. So accept it, clear it, and then reframe it. You can just do one of these, you can do all of them. If you really want to make sure, just do them all. These are the things that I did while I was on my trip. So the first one is accept it. If you're worried that your negative energy is blocking your manifestations, accept it, because we've all heard the phrase that what we resist persists, right? So if we resist them, we're giving them more power. So if we resist our negative emotions, if we keep it all in, we're giving them more power. We're making them more real. Accept it. I wrote this down and I just want to make sure. Okay, so negative emotions, especially if you're going to manifest something big, if you're about to do something big in the world, that's when that mean girl voice, or we call it the ego, the part that edges got out, that's when this voice is going to speak up, and you're going to start judging yourself, judging others, overreacting, thinking the worst. This is all part of it. So if this is happening to you, it could actually mean you're about to manifest something big. So accept it. Accept this as part of being human, that this is what's going to happen. It's all part of the human experience. So don't try to push them away. Let it happen. Identify the voice that's on a negative rampage in your head. Just identify the voice. It's not you. This is not the true you. So you can't really control it. You just kind of have to let it do its thing and then go ahead and manifest anyway. Manifest your ass off. Okay? So the first thing is, what did I just say? The first thing is to accept it. Accept it. Just accept it. That's what happens. It's part of the human experience. Whatever. Let it go crazy. And then just go ahead and do your thing. The second one is clear it. So how do we clear it? We ask God, we ask our angels, we ask the universe, please clear any past negative energy that I've put out there so my manifestation can come true. You know, I just posted something today. When you are happy, God wants your manifestations to come true because it's helping to raise the vibration of the planet. So whatever it is that you want in your life, you're giving that desire for a reason by God. And so getting it is going to help raise the vibration of the planet. So the only struggle is inside yourself. Okay. So, so I cancel, clear, delete anything that you would put out there. So you ask God, and I wrote it down. I want to read it because it's real. I think it's good. So say out loud, dear God, dear universe, angels, please cancel, clear, delete anything that I might have put out there that would block my manifestation. That wasn't me. The true me is certain and clear that I want to make this world a better place by raising my energy. The true me is certain and clear that I want to make this world a better place by raising my energy. This manifestation will help me to do so. Please take away any negativity and help it to disappear into the nothingness from which it came. Should I read that again? Because I think it's kind of good. And I'm going to put this in my blog, and it will all be written in the blog as well. So if you guys want to, and you don't have to say exactly what I say. Make it something personal to you. Dear God, dear universe, dear angels, that's all you have to do. Cancel, clear, delete any past negativity that I might have put out there to block my manifestation. I know this manifestation. I am clear, and I know that it's going to help raise my vibration, and I know you want this for me. So please take away any negativity and help it to disappear into the nothingness from which it came. It's all part of your human experience. Go ahead and let it go. Clear it. Pray, ask God to clear it. And just note that you can choose again anytime. The miracle, the shift from fear to love is instantaneous. It's instantaneous. So you can choose it at any time. The past only exists in your minds. So don't worry about it. Don't worry if you screamed at your husband the night before. It's okay, you're human. We won't talk about screaming at our husbands. I never do that. I'm being sarcastic, I'm kind of kidding. I'm working on it. But yes, it happens. And this leads me to the next one. Reframe it. So if we have a meltdown, there's always the breakthrough after the breakdown, but maybe we'll call it a meltdown. If we had like a total just surge of negativity, we were screaming at our husbands or whatever, something crazy was coming out of our mouths, reframe it. We all get buildup of energy and we need to let it out. So sometimes, say if, I'm just using yelling at your husband as an example. I don't mean screaming, like horribly abusive screaming, but if you might have gotten annoyed and said something mean or something like that. So use this as an example. And I'm not advocating to doing this. It's something that I can work at as well. But my point is, instead of feeling guilty about it, it's good to, obviously to apologize and all that stuff and to decide to do something different in the future, but don't hold on to it and feel guilty about it. So instead of feeling guilty about it, reframe it. Think, okay, I had to let that out I had to let it out. And if I would have kept it in, if I would have kept it all in, I might have blocked my manifestation. So I'm clearing my energy and making room for something new, making room for my manifestation. And yeah, maybe next time you choose to handle it differently, you choose to let that negativity out in a different way by exercising, writing, whatever it is. But don't get stuck in the guilt. You're human. There's no such thing as perfect in manifesting. There's no such thing as perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You can do this. Anybody can do this. Everybody has the power. We are all manifesting all the time. Just start thinking about it. Start being aware of it. They say, if you can stay in the feeling of whatever you want. So it's not about getting what you want. It's really not about that. It's about like whatever it is that you want in this life. What feeling is behind it? What is the feeling that you want? So they say that if you can just let that feeling of the feeling that you would get from that manifestation, if you can put that out there in the world for 20 seconds, it's as good as yours. It's as good as yours. So go ahead, when you're feeling good, put that feeling out there into the world, that feeling that you would have once you get that anything is possible. When you're able to think that way, you're not always able to think that way, but when you are, do it. Put that feeling out there and just trust that manifestation is coming true. Okay? I love you guys so much. Oh, I'll tell you one of my stories. So my husband and I, we did manifest a lot of fun things on this trip. We were able to meet the Paul McCartney band, which was amazing. And just a lot of fun things happened. And one of the things, I wanted Paul McCartney to say my name. And I just had to tell you guys, so I had a sign that said, please say hi, Elizabeth. And we ended up going to his sound check. And when I walked into it, I knew he was going to say my name, and I was crying. I was already crying about it because I just had a knowing inside of me that's going to happen. It's just a good example of how to manifest, because if you can cry about it, if you put the feeling, if you know that it's going to make you so happy that it's going to make you cry about it, because it's as good as happened once you've done that. it doesn't even matter if it happens after you've done that, because you've already felt it. You've already felt it happening. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay, hi Rita, hi Sue, good to see you. Hi Eric, Rofarelli and Martin, good to see you guys. And Cintron, oh, so good to see all of you guys. So any manifestation questions that you guys have, please go ahead and type them below. Just know that the law of attraction, manifesting, it doesn't mean you have to put positive feelings out into the world all the time. We're all human. Nobody does this perfectly. But when you have the positive feelings, go ahead and build on them. And when you have the negative ones, don't become a victim of your negative feelings. Because when you send negative energy out there because you're feeling negative and you feel like, and then you're like, I'm so bad at manifesting, I can't do this because it's too hard. You're making yourself a victim. And you're not a victim. You are not a victim of the world you see as A Course in Miracles. You are not a victim of your feelings either. So you have control over this. Don't make yourself a victim. Release them. Forgive them. Let them go. When you hold on to them and blame them, you're making yourself a victim. And don't do that, because you are not a victim. You can do this. You can do this. Okay. I love you guys. I will see you guys next week, Tuesday at 3:33. If you have any suggestions of things that you want me to talk about, go ahead and let me know. Make the suggestion. My email is elizabeth@yourhighestlight.com. If you want to set up a session, a life coaching session, and you're like, I'm ready to do this manifesting thing and I want to talk about this, and you want some help and some guidance on how to do it, go ahead and contact me, elizabeth@yourhighestlight.com. And I think that's it for today. I was going to call Prudence over so she could say goodbye, but she's in the sun today. So I love you guys. I will also sign up for my email list. My website is yourhighestlight.com, and you can sign up for my email list if you go onto my website if you're not already signed up, okay? And then I will send you guys my blogs and my updates every week. Okay, love you guys. I will see you guys next week, next Tuesday at 3:33, and let me know if you have what you are manifesting and the feeling that you want. Let me know below. Tell me what you're manifesting and what the feeling that it would give you. Okay, I will see you guys next week. Bye.